What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's staying safe. Today I want to give you guys my tips and tricks that I use to grow my discus out. All right, let's get to the video.
1, 2, 3.
All right, guys. These are my tips and tricks that I use to grow my discus fish out. As you can see right here, I got some juvenile discus that I'm growing out. So my first tip is get a smaller tank. This tank right here that you guys are looking at, this is a 3-foot long tank, and I have like 11 discus in this tank. The reason why you want to get a smaller tank is because it's gonna be a lot more easier for you to maintain. It's gonna be a lot more easier for you to do your water change. So in my 150, I don't like to do water change. I do it, but I don't like to do it. In this 3-foot long tank, I do water change with no problem. 5 minutes, I do my vacuum and I'm done. And make sure your tank is a bare bottom. So that's my first tip. My third tip is feeding. When you're growing your discus fish out, you're gonna want to feed a lot. I feed at least, I feed every 3 hours. I feed these fish, and when you're feeding these fish, you don't put a lot of food in the tank. You put a little bit of food in the tank, not too much, enough to where they're gonna finish eating within 30 seconds. That's what I do. You might use 1 minute or so, but I go 30 seconds. So I feed a lot. I don't feed more. I feed one time in the morning because I have to go to work. But when I get off work and I'm not doing anything, I try to put food in the tank like every 3 hours, and that's the reason why you're gonna do a lot of water change. I do my water change every day because I know I'm feeding a lot. So that's my second tip. Water is feeding. A lot of feeding for these fish to grow out. My third tip is not really a tip, but it's something that you have to do. I think I mentioned it in the second tip. Is water change. You have to do a lot of water change. These fish love clean water. They're more happier in clean water, and you have to do your water change to make sure they're happy, and you make sure they're swimming around and doing good, and you're keeping a clean tank. So that is my first tip, but it's not really a tip, but it's just something that you have to do. You can't make your water be dirty and you have them swimming around in dirty water. You have to maintain your water because you're gonna be feeding a lot. Like I said, I feed every 3 hours. I don't throw a whole bunch of food in the tank, but I feed little by little so they grow faster. So that's my third tip. And my fourth tip is you're gonna want to take the bigger ones out the tank and put into a different tank if you have a different tank. These guys right here, my biggest in this tank is probably 3 inches, but as soon as I get to 4 inches, the bigger one gonna be coming out and going into my 150. So you try to keep the bigger ones to the south and keep the smaller ones to the south. So guys, if you follow all the 4 tips that I give you guys today, you're gonna have fish looking like these fish right here. Alright guys, so those are my tips and tricks growing out your discus. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.